20 official at-bats. He's 4 for 20. All singles, batting, 200, no home runs, no RBIs, no stolen bases, just 4 little singles. That's it. You could have done that, Don.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's it.
I mean, he hit a ball. Remember, he's a left-handed hitter.
Yeah.
And he went the other way with a pitch.
I have no
and
problem
hit
with
it
that. I like
between
that.
short and third, the hole between short and third. And the guy's like, "Oh, he just ripped that ball. He ripped it to left field. Really? He ripped that ball?
A CNI single?
Yeah, a CNI single. That's a rip. Come on, man. A rip is pulling the ball down the line or pulling the ball into right field. That's a rip.
Yeah.
If you're a left-handed hitter. If you just hit a little knock into left field, then you're not ripping the ball.
You're hitting 200.
Yeah, he really. I
no
don't know.
power.
I mean, I've watched him play.
How do you not have any power? You're Tim Tebow.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But what's scary, have you seen him play defense? He does not look very good in the outfield at all. It looks pretty scary. My son looks better in right field than he does.
His throwing motion, like just sack it up and be a tight end, dude. Just sack it up and be a tight end.
When Belichick brought you to New England and said, "Hey, we can make you into a fullback tight end," and he says no, what is wrong with you?
That's too much. That's your whole life.
Exactly.
Everybody's been telling you the most amazing thing in the world. But there's obviously a clear jump from college to the NFL.
Yeah, and when Bill Belichick's willing to take you under his arm and kind of coerce your career and help you, nurture you, and you turn that down.
No, make a few $1 million, win a couple rings, and go about your business, Tebow.
Exactly. You know, if he wins a ring with New England, nobody would be talking bad about him like we do now.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. He'd have a little bit more respect. I'll give you that.
Okay, I'm going to give you the rundown on Tim Tebow now. Right. He's the former University of Florida NFL quarterback. Tim Tebow will begin his baseball season at Class A Columbia, South Carolina Fireflies. The Fireflies, who are a lower A ball affiliate of the New York Mets, are members of the South Atlantic League and open their season April 6th against the Augusta Green Jackets. So that's where he'll be with the South Carolina Fireflies.
In low A.
And that's like a A-ball instructional league, I believe, is what that is. I mean, that's below, as far as I know, that's below single A-ball.
He'll be playing with a bunch of 16, 17, 18, 19-year-olds.
Pretty much.
He's getting older than some of the head coaches.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, he'll be playing with the Dominican kids that are 16, 17, and he'll be playing with, guys just drafted out of high school, 18, 19 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
And then here's a little, just so you guys can see, a little preview of what Tim Tebow will look like in that Fireflies uniform.
Ooh.
Looks like a Seattle Mariner.
Yeah, right. Well, maybe he can make the jump to high A ball, and maybe we'll see him play against the Stone Crabs this year. If he gets promoted to Port St. Lucie.
I doubt.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either. You know what's going to happen? He's going to play 15 games, get annoyed with the bus trips and eating out at McDonald's every single night.
Yeah, it is not. That is not an easy life.
No.
Minor league ball is not an easy life.
No doubt. Tell us about it.
I was gonna say, you know
firsthand.
No,
you stay at shoddy motels.
Oh, yeah.
You stay on the worst buses.
The buses were okay. I mean, it's a coach bus, though.
Okay, they didn't put you on a glorified school bus?
No, you're lucky. You're lucky if you get one of those sleeper buses where the seats turn into, you can sleep on the top row and the bottom row. But, you're sleeping next to another 220-pound human being that's got dip hanging out of his mouth and has been eating Subway for the past 3 days. It's just not a good look.
Not a great environment.
No.
Yeah, see, my only experience of road traveling with a minor league team is Bull Durham.
Yeah,
that's my idea.
It's kind of like it's kind of like that, except we're not wearing dress pants. Slacks.
No. There's no dress code in the minors.
No, we're wearing slacks.
Nice.
No slacks.
All right, let's talk a little basketball. LeVar Ball, that's the guy.
Let's get into this.
He's the father of UCLA's star point guard Lonzo Ball.
Yep.
Having an inability to keep his mouth quiet.
Lonzo Ball is a very talented kid.
That's why I picked UCLA to go to the championship, was because of that kid.
Yeah, right.
But for some reasons unclear, he started a little beef with LeBron James, and he used an appearance on ESPN's First Take this week to escalate it, and now he challenged LeBron James to a fight. I actually have the audio right here.
Can we play that?
Yeah, I'll shut down our mics here.
I want to start with you on the comments about LeBron's son not living up to expectations, and you didn't back down on those comments. Were you surprised at how upset he was?
No, because like I said, anytime you talk about somebody's kids, people get real touchy. Okay, that was my opinion on what I felt about it. Somebody asked me a question about that. I just didn't come out and say, well, you know what? I think my boys are going to be better than LeBron James boys. I don't care what he does with his family. Let him do what he's going to do. But for him to say he warned me and keep words out of my mouth, you talking to the wrong dude. I'm going to say whatever I want to say, and ain't nobody going to do nothing. Come do something.
You don't think it was too personal, though?
It wasn't personal. I didn't say his kid was like, oh, man, he sucks. He's not going to be that. I'm just saying, show me a superstar athlete that had a son that was better than him. Or I'm talking about a superstar. I ain't talking about no regular player.
Usually doesn't work that way.
It never
Usually
works that way.
Bobby Bonds is the dad,
Right.
and Barry Bonds is the kid. Ken Griffey Sr., all-star is the dad, and the superstar is the kid. But in this case, so I understand where you're coming from, and I've defended you a lot on TV recently.
Yes.
I like the
you,
fact
Rex.
that thank you. I like the fact that you have a big imagination
Right.
and you don't put limits on your kids. You
Exactly.
and now all of a sudden that they've gotten there, now everyone's criticizing you. Somehow they got there. Somehow it's not like they did it all by themselves. So I've been defending you. But in this case, if someone asks you a question about someone else's kids, isn't the right thing to say, whether or not you have a point, that the kid has a lot of potential? In other words, you say nice things about the other guy's kid who's still a kid.
I said, I'm not even worried about the boy's 12 years old.
Right.
Who knows what he's going to do? Make me.
But shouldn't somewhere there be how you're rooting for him? Because
I don't know. I think this guy is just looking to make a name for himself because this is his 15 minutes of fame. That's what I'm thinking.
I think he's just trying to get out there as much as he can. He was talking last week about playing Michael Jordan one-on-one in basketball. Michael Jordan would smoke that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This guy needs to shut up.
And
I'm just going to say that right now.
Yeah.
LeVar Ball.
He hasn't proven anything in the NBA. Lonzo Ball, I mean, he's a pretty good basketball player with UCLA, but we don't know where his draft status is going to be. We don't know how he's going to be in the NBA.
But LeBron's got every reason to be mad. You don't come out and talk about a 12-year-old kid on TV the way he's talking about him. I'm sorry. That's just ridiculous. If somebody talked about my kid like that, they'd be going down, son. Let me just say that right now.
Well, I have an 11-year-old.
Mine too. Yeah, I'd be so mad.
And I don't even have kids.
I don't either.
I got an 11-year-old, and if some adult called my kid out because he doesn't have any athletic talent, I'd laugh because, first of all, he'd be right. Second of all, I was like, why you got to challenge an 11-year-old boy? Why don't you be a man and step up?
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes me mad about it. Is he's calling out a kid.
Yeah, and this dude, he looks like a big dude. I heard he was a former fighter. I don't know if he was. Back in the day, a former boxer.
So is he a bully then? Is that what his deal is?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what it seems like to me. He's almost like a bully.
I don't know. I'm more embarrassed for his son than I am for anybody else.
If I'm his son, I'm telling him.
I'd be mortified.
Yeah, it's like, Dad, shut the hell up.
I'm
changing my name.
Was it a slow news week in sports? Is that why we're picking this up?
No, it's been. You've had the WBC. You've had the NCAA. I mean,
tournaments, exactly. So I don't know, why is this a thing?
Because he challenged LeBron James to a fight. Then I heard he said he was better than Michael Jordan or something like
that.
that.
Wait,
the father would beat Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan's 50-something now.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you got to change. No.
With bad knees.
Even with bad knees and being 50 years old, I still think Jordan takes him.
MJ would wipe the floor with anybody.
Honestly, I think this is a guy who's just looking to cash in on his son's name.
Attention. Is that the good word to use here? The attention?
I think it's about money. I think it's about he wants the check. You know what I mean? Hey, if I start talking, my son is finally making a name for himself. So let me jump on his coattails.
Is your son's draft status going up or down because of this?
I think it's going down because
it might be.
I really do because I mean the NBA teams do not like this, and if you think the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to draft this kid, no,
you got to. He's going to. There'll be some repercussions when he gets to the NBA too, man. He's going to get blackballed. He's going to get some hard fouls.
Well, think about this. Think about the players whose wives interject in their careers. Brent Grimes' wife, for example, got him kicked out of Miami, basically. So the Bucks picked him up.
Here's a pretty good. Who's LeBron James really good friends with?
Dwayne Wade.
Okay, so he's really good friends with Dwayne Wade. Say the Bulls draft this kid. Just say it. Say the Bulls get up there and draft this kid.
Okay.
You think Dwayne Wade's going to welcome that kid to the team, especially after how he already treats rookies?
No, probably not.
Probably not. He's probably going to give that kid the worst time in the world. And I would too. If I was friends with LeBron, if I was really good friends with LeBron and my team drafted this kid, I would make his life a living hell.
But let me tell you
Let
me tell you something about LeBron James, though. A lot of people don't know this. He goes to the rookie symposiums every year and meets one-on-one with all the rookie draft picks, and mentors them, even if they're not on his team. I didn't know that. I read this in a book that I'm reading right now about LeBron James. This guy's actually a class act. I don't give him enough credit. Honestly, I've always been a guy. I'm always bashing LeBron James because he gets those unfair comparisons to Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson. Those guys. That's my era of basketball, and I love those guys.
My problem is he doesn't ever take the last shot.
I know he's not clutch. Is your position?
He's not.
But
clutch.
as far as good,
great basketball.
As far as NBA and nurturing and mentoring young guys, LeBron James is the man. So I could see him taking this kid under his wing and say, you know what, your dad's a jerk.
Yeah.
just ignore him. Let me tell you know what I mean. And let me mentor you. And this might cause a rift between
between LeVar and Levine.
And here's another example that I'm going to use a football example. Tyron Smith doesn't talk to his parents because they basically used him for money his whole career. So he had to cut them out of his life and actually put a restraining order against him to get him away from him.
Yeah. Wow.
You know?
Tyron
Smith, the offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. So I can see that kind of rift happening. You know, it's a dangerous dynamic when you bring your family, when your family's talking on your behalf. And they're saying things that you don't want them to be saying.
Yeah, when money gets involved, man, people get crazy.
Yeah.
They really do. Money makes people crazy.
Money and fame. Money and fame.
That's what I think he's after. I think he wants the attention with the fame and everything, the limelight, so to speak, to be on him instead of his son.
Yeah.
And not only that, but he just seems like a bully to me.
Yeah.
I mean, with everything that he's saying, has he been acting like this his whole life to everybody he's ever met? Like,
we don't know because
we don't know anything about this
guy.
guy.
Actually, we do know. There was an article that came out.
Is there any kind of a criminal record on this guy?
No, but high school coaches said they have a hard time with LeVar Bell working around with him.
Yeah, I could imagine. I could imagine that. I could put myself in that position too because I mean, just being a guy who I coached Little League for 12 years just for fun. You know, just to get out of the house, do something. You know, get in the sun. You know, be around kids. You know, whatnot. Just have fun. And dealing with parents is one of the hardest things ever. And just at that level
I'm the head.
One of the hardest things I ever had to deal with in my life.
I'm a head coach of a high school baseball team in Glendale, California right now. And I have a couple parents where I'm just like, you can take your kid and leave anytime you want. Please. Please.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Hoover High. What's up, fellas?
Yeah, apparently there was an interview in the USA Today with the high school coach. His name, I don't even know where his name is. Stephen Gilling, that's his name. He coached the oldest of the Ball brothers, and he said his dad would be in the stands yelling instructions, and the kids would be following him, so he'd actually have to go in the locker room and tell the kids, don't listen to him. I'm your coach.
Yeah.
You know?
I would have, at that point, if I'm the coach, have the guy thrown out of the building.
Ban him.
Why not? Right. I mean, you're the coach of that team. If you don't want somebody, yelling instructions, I mean, to me, it's almost like, I don't want to say cheating, but it's almost a way of,
it's disrespectful. That's what it is. It's very disrespectful. I've had a conversation with you have to nip that in the bud real quick. You go, hey, this is your job is to sit there, cheer on your kid. You bring him a drink. That's it.
Yeah,
that's what your job is.
Time, and this was just instructional ball. And there was a parent up in the stands giving signs to the kids on the field, and some of the kids were listening to him. I went up to the parent in the stands. I said, "You get one more sign, I'm going to take you out that parking lot. We're going to have words."
Are you kidding me?
No,
like stealing bases and
stuff? He actually left after that.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Parents are nuts.
Yeah. And I was like, why are they doing this? Yeah. And I looked at my assistant, and he said, take a look up in the stands. And I looked up there, and the guy's up there flashing signs.
Wow.
I immediately walked around. I said, sir, come here. And he came down. I said, stop. We're going to go to that parking lot right now. We're going to have words.
Kid ball.
And the cops will be here.
Yeah.
Really
come on. Kid ball and travel bar, no joke. Like, I've seen park brawls. I've seen baseball brawls between parents.
Yeah. It's nuts.
It happens.
It would almost be best if the parents watched from a closed circuit television somewhere and just let the kids play. Because I'll be honest with you, half of the time when something like this would happen, you look at the kid and the kid's embarrassed, man. The kid's sitting in the corner of the dugout, and that's bad. Yeah. That's not what you want.
You have to remember it's about the kid.
Yeah,
it's not about you. And you gotta let control.
It's not about your egos.
No.
It's about the kids.
But to the parents, it is. It's their ego.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
It's a lot of ego.
About their egos.
So if you have parents out there, just don't put any pressure on your kid. Just let them have fun.
Yeah,
all right.
Exactly.
There'll be plenty of pressure throughout his life.
Yes. Exactly.
And on that note,
wait until he gets older when he can handle that pressure a little bit more.
Yeah. And on that note, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little football. There's some rumors going around. Saints, Johnny Manziel?
I heard that yesterday, and
I heard he's coming back.
All right, we'll talk about that next on 1070 NBC Sports. Okay. Welcome back to the Larry Timko Show on 1070 NBC Sports with Bill Siebert and comedian Don Dipetta joining me in studio. Don will be performing at Vasani's this weekend with Vinny Fastline and Drew Lynch from America's Got Talent. I believe there's still some tickets left. Log on to Vasani.net or call 629-9191. Don used to play minor league ball and actually played with Jose Canseco.
Against him. I didn't play with him.
That's awesome, though. That's pretty cool. Jose, you got whatever you can say about him. He at least he was honest.
He was playing in his mid-40s,
right? And he was spot on about everything in his books. So I can't say anything bad about Jose Canseco. He's honest.
I hate Jose Canseco, but he was definitely honest in his books about everything, and he called everybody out. And So far, it's been 110% accurate pretty much on everything he said.
Jose was a player manager and would go 1 for 5 in the game with 4 Ks and 1 home run.
Wow.
1 home run.
Yeah.
No, the only time that really odd or that he kind of threw me for a loop is when he signed up to be that celebrity boxing match.